Hey, this is Bowen here at the Pop facility outside Pittsburgh. We're going to play some Monster Bash, and this is set up at Papa difficulty. So the in-lane posts have been removed. At least the rubbers have been removed. The out-lane posts are as high as they'll go. You're going to see a lot more out-lane drains on this game than you would in a typical Monster Bash game. We're going to start the game off by showing you a flipper code, one that you can activate on any Monster Bash. If you do it on location, it'll cost you a credit, so just be careful of that. The code is driven by the initials KEF. So as I start the game, I'm going to type out KEF by the left flipper. So to begin, you hit both flippers just to clear any codes that are being typed in. Hit the left flipper 11 times. Then the right flipper to enter the K. 5 times, that enters an E. 6 times, that enters an F. You'll know you did it right if you get to hear Lyman saying totally. This is going to be Lyman's Lament, which is a mode put into Monster Bash. And although you can activate it during regular play, you can get a version of it that doesn't give you any bonuses by typing the code. Oh, big drain coming, says Lyman. Basically, Lyman's just going to bash on you and bag on you until you drain the ball. And whatever you do, whether it be holding onto the ball to look through status report, or shooting shots that Lyman doesn't think is a good idea, Lyman will just yell at you and get grumpy. So let's try playing out the ball with Lyman yelling at me. Oh, big trouble. And basically he's going to be just yelling at me the whole time with this. Oh, huge trouble. Oh, near death save. But we get to hear this.
Just get along.
All right, now that you've seen Lyman's Lament, let's play out a full game and see if we can get pretty far in this, get through it. To get to the main goals of Monster Bash, the Monster Bash and the Monsters of Rock round, you need to get all 6 of the creatures. The creature in the Black Lagoon, Bride of Frankenstein on the ramps, Frankenstein in that center shot, the Mummy by hitting bumpers, the Wolfman through the loops, and Dracula through the targets on the right. You earn the monster by starting its round, and you earn the instrument by completing the round. The ideal is to start and play all 6 rounds at once, in which case Frankenstein has to be the last one. So my goal is to try and advance and light all of the monsters and get nearly all the way to starting them. Just not actually starting them until I can get them all going at once. So I will make ramps, I will make loops, I will make it in the creature shot. But my goal is not to start any of these until I have them all completed at roughly the same level. The one that seems to be the trickiest to get to is Mummy. Simply because of the number of bumpers that are required to hit, and there we go through the bumpers with only 1 hit. It's kind of aggravating at times with the Mummy rounds. But I don't even know how many hits I still need for a Mummy because I have that much more to go. Let's go for Bride.
I hope this monster is as studly as you, Doctor.
Bride lets you kind of combo the ramps. If you're strong with the ramp shots, you can really hit Bride up for a lot of points. Bride right ramp often flails out, but then returns pretty nicely to the left flipper. Let's see, I've got 1 shot for Mummy, 3 more for Creature. Creature can be backhanded, which is nice. So one way to play it is to just grab the ball and try to play backhands on this. So that's 3 into Creature, and so I'm not going to aim for Creature again until I can get everything running. Dracula is closing in. 2 more shots to light Dracula. Dracula won't actually begin when it's completed. It will just be lit. So that's a nice little bonus. As it is now, I'm probably basically going to go for Frankenstein. The Frankenstein shot is much easier from the left flipper than from the right. So if you're on the right, you can post transfer it. A smarter shot is the center spinner. which advances you towards mosh pits, and then try to grab it on the left flipper. Backhand it, and just when you get it on the left, ooh, really nasty drain there, but that's the way it goes. So decent progress on ball one. The plus side for me in terms of this performance is everything is pretty much lined up. I still need to get Frankenstein a little closer, and Mummy seems to be very far away. But it's possible that I could at least start the multi-ball with 5, and I don't think I'm going to be getting Mummy, so. Let's backhand Frankenstein a couple more times. The challenge here is getting control after the shot and trying not to let that get out of your way. That was a near drain on the left. That's the ideal, where it comes right back at the flipper, and now Frankenstein is open. Oh boy. Now we can start starting stuff. Full Moon Fever begins. Let's begin anything else really at this point. Nothing else seems to be beginning, but that's okay. There should be the start of Dracula. Mommy Mayhem has been lit and will be available, so it is possible now for me to get all 6. Software in this game is pretty clever. It just tends to give you the things that you want at times. Oh! Oh, the nastiness of it. That's really my fault because, I mean, I'm not expecting that ball to do that, but I could trap out of the kick out to try and keep that from happening. So I lose the chance to get those instruments. I can still get to Monster Bash, but that shot right there was much more of a mistake than any of the shots you saw me, including the loss of ball last. Starting Frankenstein without starting other rounds is a huge mistake, costs a lot of points. Because right now I could have a Creature running, I could have Bride running, I could have all these other rounds running. But as it is, all I've got going is the Frankenstein multi-ball. There's a decent score from Frankenstein, but it's really not what it ought to be. That could have been a Bride shot, that would have been a Creature shot. All of the missed opportunities for stacking. And I got enough shots here to get the instrument, but the damage is done as far as my ability to kind of cash in bonuses. I'm now going to try to get to Monster Bash, which means starting the 3 rounds that are available to me, and then shooting the scoop to begin the round. So in order to do that, I need to shoot Creature, the scoop for Mummy, and the left and right ramps once each. My shooting has kind of left me. Right ramp. Left ramp starts Bride. Missed it. Backhand starts Creature. Hole shot starts Mummy. Let's get the kick out here and do a better job of that. Now let's go right ramp, left ramp to start Bride. And Monster Bash is lit. So Monster Bash is around where every monster is worth 2 million. The additional bonus is that all of the rounds that were previously running continue to run. So I'm very likely to complete the rounds that I had going. The other key shot during the Monster Bash round is the center spinner, which awards a bonus depending on how many monsters you've hit. The center spinner is worth more than any of the other shots. So during this round, you want to concentrate on hitting things, hit anything, but hit the center spinner more than any other shot. And so there's 2 million. We'll see how it goes here. Ideally, if you're also thinking about what rounds were running when you started this, like in this case, Creature, Bride, and Mummy, you want to just try to make sure that you complete those too. Mummy is just a total points round, so that one's usually not hard to finish at all. but I'm going to concentrate on the ramp shots so that I can finish Bride. And once you can tell when you finish rounds by their instruments, the Bride will just continue running the whole time. It means that the ramp shots for Bride are worth an extra 1 to 1.5 million on top of whatever they would normally have been worth in regular play. And you can even use your little instrument bonuses and push the trigger to fire off one of those instruments. Now, I don't know which shots I'm missing now for Creature. Probably I'm missing the left loop to finish that round off. But when you're down to 2 balls, you may as well just get control of them here during Monster Bash round. Because there's no timer. And rounds continue with where they left off. So I didn't get to finish Creature, but I got 64 million out of Bash. Decent Bash total. Not a stellar game, but a good game. And decent score for everybody to see. If you enjoyed watching this video, and get out there, play some Monster Bash, play some other pinball. We hope to see you at a Pop or a Pinburg tournament someday. And take care. Play some more pinball.